All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teach and playthrough of Pax Illuminaten. It's a 1 to 4 play game. Takes around 20-30 minutes per player. It takes place in like 1776 in the Enlightenment era of Europe, and you're gonna play as members of the Illuminaten in Bavaria, and the role is to, or the aim is to manage to complete plot cards that you have secret ones in your hand, but also public ones, and to sort of to get most influence in the Illuminati, and to enlighten the it's Enlightenment era in Europe. So for good cause, let's say. So in this game, there are 6 type of factions. There are artists, the orange. There are scholars, the yellow, green are the professions, and the purple are nobles, and white are clergy, and the blue ones are magistrate. And you will, during the game, perform 2 actions plus a scheme action on your turn. If you want to, you can do a scheme action, and then it's the other player's turn. It does 2 actions, and it goes around the table. And there are these 6 actions that are stated on your Areopagus cards that you can do. And when you have accomplished, let's say, this card, that you have control over cards with a cross, like this one. You should have control, which means that you have discs on that card, and nobody else has. Or you have the most, at least. And when you have that, you can claim one of the plots. And you also have one in your hand. So when any player has claimed 2 plots, the end of the game. So it could be like one from the public ones and from your hand as well. But yeah, so that's where the game ends. There's another way to end the game is where there are some cards that are called edicts in this pile, in the event pile. When 5 of those have been fully resolved, the game ends as well. So the game has 3 phases. So first there's an event phase, and then there's an action phase, and then there's a check phase. It's during the check phase you look here if you have any player has completed 2 plots, basically. So just show some examples here, what you can do. The first action is scout.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is it okay if I could just make a quick interruption? I think that there's still a rule about claiming multiple plots in one go. You can only do it, I think you can only claim 1 plot per turn, and on top of that, the set of cards that you use to claim both plots at once cannot be the exact same set. So they can't be, you can't have a complete overlap. They have to, you can have some overlap, but just not a full overlap. So I think that's an important key point to mention.
That's true. That's
People
true.
don't get frustrated when they.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, you can only claim 1 plot per turn, but if you have, let's say, fulfill this, have to have 3 control 3 ace cards, but you have lost it once, like somebody took your ace, this just goes off, and then at the later turn, as soon as you get it again, it pops up. So it's technically possible to get both in 1 turn, but you can only put it like for the first time on the same card once, like in a single turn. Okay, good clarification on that. So,
yeah, these small details really matter sometimes.
yeah, it does. So that's very good. So scouting is the first action, means that you need to spend one of the favors. These are the favors are these all these different shaped tokens here, and those are sort of the resources of the game. That's what you spend to perform actions. So you need to spend one that matches a card with your influence on it. That's adjacent to the card you want to scout. And scout means that this is face down. You take it to your hand, and then you play any card from your hand into the same spot.
Face up.
Yes, face up. And let's say I play this card here. Another action that blue player could do if he has the green and purple as stated in these circles, they are locations, is that you can spend these two favors to place a disc on the card. That now you have, if this is the case, you have control of that card. So in this case, this is one Rosicrucian, which is an aim for this. So you want 3 of those cards. So that was Scout and Influence. Also, what you could do, you will have a hand of 4 cards that you already have now. So if there's a card that doesn't have a rival influence on it, you may spend one favor that is matching the influence on the targeted card. So in this case, I could spend a green maybe to play a card from my hand and discard the card that was there before. However, there must be place for the influence that is on that card to be put on the new card.
Okay, so sorry for another interruption, but I just need a very quick rule clarification. So are cards adjacent to themselves?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Yeah, so you could, in one influence action, you can spend multiple favors to place multiple discs on the same card, as long as you can pay for it. And there will be some cards that have ability on the card as well that could, help out to make it cheaper if you already have a disc on it and such. Okay, so that was Expel. You change the card on the map with one from your hand, basically, and you pay one favor for it. The next action is extort, which I can keep it here. Extort means that you take the favor value, which is this under the card name. So in this case, 1 green, 1 white, and 1 green or white you can choose. So you collect it from the supply here. You can maybe choose to take these ones. That's an extort action. And what is so nice with the extort action is that you can also, if there are cards that are adjacent here that you have influence on as well, that share the rank. The rank is the 3 up here in the corner. Then you extort all cards that are adjacent that share rank. So, for instance, if these guys were next to each other and you extort the blue card, you will get 3 orange, 3 blue, 3 purple. That's very powerful. If you get those going, it's a very nice engine to have. All right. What you also can do is to organize, which is you pay one, let's say in this case, you will pay 1 green, and then you can move up to 3 steps on cards. The only limitation is that you need to walk. Now, since I paid green, it can continue to the next card that is flipped up here. Maybe this one. But it can't continue from the blue card because you only paid green. So it could walk from green here and from green here, but not here. It needs to stop. And you can move multiple discs. So you could have, if this is the case, you can spend, you spend 1 green, and you could move 1 disc here and 1 disc there if it was adjacent to it. And this one could continue if the card was open here, since it was green here and green here, and you paid green.
And when one move is from one card to adjacent.
Yeah, that's 1 move, and this was 1 move. You can do 3 moves, and let's say if it moved here, it's also 2 moves. So
Okay.
okay, and the last action is oust, which is, let's say this is the case, and blue player wants to attack here, or wants to, take this card away from the red player. Then you spend one favor per influence you want to remove, and it's let's see, matching favor. Yeah. So in this case, a green, white, or blue could be spent to attack, oust this red one. So let's say pay 1 white, and then the blue player, or the players will determine their initial strength.
No, isn't it just 1 per matching influence though? So the thing is, I think that you have to pay green or purple to get here. Or wait, or is it just from any? Or is the matching influence only referring to the place from which you're launching the oust?
Pay 1 matching favor for each targeted influence. Matching favor is the. I'm just gonna double check. That's a good question. But
This is
The text in the rulebook says for each targeted influence, pay 1 favor matching a card where you have adjacent influence. So I think it would be
okay, I see.
matching
Yeah,
one of the blue player's cards.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, That's
So
why I
it's
said that.
basically this one, not that one. Okay, I see.
Yeah, but if just for this case that this card was here, for the example, he could pay either blue, green, or white. The blue player to
I see.
remove
I see.
or attack this one. So the first they determine initial strength, which is 1, 2 for the blue player and 1 for the red player. And then each player, the red and blue player, will play a card from their hand. And the blue player has a strength of 2, and you see on each card there's a shield icon here. So let's just say it's hard with so few cards, but let's say red player played this one, and blue player played this one. So red player has 3 plus 1, which is 4, and it's a special case with the ace and crowns, which means that the player who has the highest initial strength, which is blue, wins automatically if he plays a crown. And if red player plays ace when he's in disadvantage, then he automatically wins. But now there's a tie here. which means that the attacking player can choose to play to say we go again, or he will just say, "Oh, I lost." Okay, and then you play another card from your hand, and then it's still, counting the strength on the cards. Okay, any questions about that? Is it clear? All right. So that was all the sort of the basic actions. One more note: if the oust, if the red player loses in this case, he will return the disc. The blue player, or the it's placed a cube here, which means during the continuation of the blue player's turn, he can choose to spend this cube. This is a bonus action, a bonus main action. So he gets sort of a bonus influence, probably, or he can use it for influence, expel, or organize. The ones with the shield icon on their actions. Those are the ones that could be used by the cube.
Oh yeah, and I think that the important limitation is I'm pretty sure that with organized you can only move one disc maximum, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the other important limitation for organize if you want to use a bonus.
Yeah, that could be true. I can double check that. I don't know if that is the case anymore, but
Well, I think I'll double check anyways.
Yeah.
I'll just double check.
Yeah. I can double check later. So that's the basic action. What you also can do during your turn is you can play cards in a scheme, which means that you see that all the cards have an ability on them. So, for instance, in this case, you can just play a card here. It says select two face-up cards where rivals don't have more influence than you in total. Swap the selected cards positions, and then that's a special action. And then you can link multiple cards as long as they share a color here. There's also a little aid here in the bottom that help with that. So green matching in this case, so you can do both of those. And some are just buffs, like this one. So this only makes your extort action better in this case. But then there are some that gives you a bonus extort, and then you can do one more extort this turn. But they're pretty self-explanatory on the cards. Please.
Okay, so I actually looked over the rules for organize for the bonus oust organize, and unfortunately, the way that it's worded just seems a little bit vague. Because the problem is, it says that that according to the rule book, it says that the bonus organize must be used on the target card this turn, but there are several ways you can interpret that, right? Like you can interpret it as, do you move influence to the target location, or do you move influence from the target from the card that you recently ousted? I'm assuming that's probably going to be the first one, because otherwise it just wouldn't be as useful. So that's sort of the interpretation I get, but seems a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, that it should be that you can move onto it.
Okay.
Yeah. I will clarify that. Good notes. Okay. Yeah. So you can only do one scheme in a turn. So yeah, the ace and crowns. You saw a crown as well, but the ace, it has a rainbow here, so it can link to any card. But the ace must be played at the start of the scheme, so you can't play it later. And the crown must be played at the end of the scheme. So if you start with a crown for a scheme action, that's the only card you will play in that scheme. What you also can choose to do if let's say you don't want to swap any cards, or in this case you don't want to extort, you can instead choose to take the favor value of the card. Of one card in your scheme, you can do that. So in this case, you could collect a white, green, and a white or green, whatever you choose from that, instead of doing that action.
Okay, so I just have a quick question about bonus actions on schemes. So are you allowed to play a bonus action just to empty resolve and then just choose not to resolve the action? Because the thing is, it says with expel, because there are some games where you can do that, where you can just basically say, oh, I get this bonus action, and according to the rule book, I have to resolve it immediately, but I don't want to expel any cards, for example. So, for example, if I get a bonus expel, can I just say, nope, I just don't want the bonus expel, and then I'll take the bonus expel, not for the favor, but I'll just choose not to expel any.
Yeah, you don't need to do the actions if you play it in a scheme. It's optional. You can. It's okay. You know, if you play this card only to link the purple, but you really wanted to play this green card. So of course you can play this card just to link the other ones. That's fine.
Or just to get rid of bad cards in your hand that don't work well with it.
Yeah, that's valid point.
It's good for strength.
And then you have a hand limit of 4, and so at the end of your turn you draw up to 4 again. And well, that's the last step of your turn. Before that, it's the check phase. So there you check the claims, and then you check if anybody have played an ace or a crown. If an ace or a crown have been played, from your hand, either here or in a scheme or in an oust, you will draw 2 event cards from this pile here to your hand. You will choose one. If it's an edict, it will happen immediately. Edicts are cards where it will take. It will correspond to one of these 6 actions on the side here, and if, let's say, red player plays an edict, all yellow in this case maybe would go back to the supply.
No, I think it's not all yellow. It's just up to 6. According to the edicts, it's up to 6.
Yeah, but first all go here, and then 6 go onto the card.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, and then at the red player's next turn, at the start of his turn, he will return 1 to the supply and 1 to himself. So it will slowly turn back to play. But if there's an event card that is not an edict, you can keep it in your hand and you can play it at the start of your turn or on your future turns. So you can keep it in hand and play it when suitable, but you need to play it at the start of your turn.
And if and only if there are no other event cards in play.
There could be multiple, but not because they are discarded at the start of your turn as well. So, but blue player can have an event in play, and any player could use that ability or event card. So all players can benefit from all events, but each player can only have 1 active at once. Is that clear?
Wait, hold on, let me take a look at that. Hold on, let me see.
It's a new thing, so it should be in there. But,
Oh yeah, actually it says over here that there may be more than one event active at the same time by different players. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. So you can't just permanently block off other players by just
No.
constantly spamming events. Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Right. You will see how that works shortly, I guess. And so there's also some important concepts that could be good to know. If you have 3 cards that share a faction that are adjacent, and you have more influence on them than any other player, you control a lodge of that color, which if you control a lodge or the biggest lodge of a color, you will gain a faction card of that color. So in a 3-player game, there are only 4 of the 6 factions available in the game. But let's say green player have the biggest lodge of green. He will have this card as long as he has that control of the biggest lodge. He will have this card and could use it. And these are powerful, so they are good to have. Sort of a game in the game that would help players. All right, I think one thing when you redraw, you redraw up to 4. So the first card is free. You can take whichever, but the next card you take must be underneath the Chamberlain, which is this guy here. And then
Well, that's assuming you want your first card is chosen from the court. You can actually just completely blind draw if you want.
yes, you can, of course, you can draw from the pile as well. But if you draw from here, it also costs 2 favor. To any favor, if I remember correctly.
Wait, I think you should probably clarify first that if anybody else actually is below their hand limit, your opponents should actually be drawing their cards first because sometimes they can dump cards as a result of house, and I think they actually need to
Yeah,
refill.
the active player draws first.
Oh, really? So that's changed
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
all non-active player draws last in turn order. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think that is it. So so at the start of your turn, you are dealt one of these connection cards, I think they're called now, and they have a number on them. And red player has the lowest number, so red player is the starting player. And this is also, if you extort your Aeropagus, this means you extort, you get this value as you started with. So you can extort your Aeropagus.
Oh, and there's just a couple more clarifications I'd like to mention. Your Aerophagus has no rank, so it can't chain or link with any other card that you have on the map. And I think that when it comes to the redraw sequence, you can choose 1 or 2 cards from the court, but then the second card that you have to choose, it has to be directly below the Chamberlain, and you have to pay any 2 favor to acquire that card. And then from there on out, you can draw from the remaining deck. And I think that the other thing too is that if there is a card below the Chamberlain, you have to chuck it in the discard. So how do discards work? Are they face up or face down now?
Face up, I'd say.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, like he said, let's say blue player draw this one and didn't want to draw any more cards. This card will reveal here, and this one will go to the discard pile, and this will move, and this one will come up here.
I see.
So it's a way to move the market without moving all the cards.
I actually really like this Chamberlain.
Yeah, it's very nice. All right.
Very elegant. Okay, so I guess I'll go first, but then I'll just narrate my turn because I actually played this game a couple of times before, including two-handed. So, okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a scout action by spending one artist favor to scout. Let's see, to scout over here. So I pick up this card, and then now I have the ability to place another card. So, oh crap. Well, I probably did a misplay, but whatever. I'll just place place an ace over here. So I will be drawing 2 event cards later on. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play this card over. Okay, so first of all, I think what I'll do is I'll just play this card for nothing. I can perform an expel action, but I just don't want an expel action. And then second of all, I'm just going to play this card for the... I think I'll probably just get 1 artist favor and 2 magistrate favor. So that's just part of my scheme. And then afterwards, for my second action, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my influence disc over here. So now, just to be clear, I draw the event before I draw the cards, right?
Yeah, you need to pay for.
Yeah, I did. I paid one. I paid 1 green. I had 1 green in my.
Okay, but you need to pay before you reveal a card as well.
Yeah, I did. I paid the artist favor. I played the artist favor, and then I just. So
cool, good. Yeah,
I'll just get the event card.
yeah, you draw 2 events before you redraw. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Okay, should I be a mean jerk? Yeah, I'm gonna be mean. So I'm just gonna resolve an edict over here.
Yeah, and the card
artist
that's chosen is put on top here. So yeah, that's interesting as well.
So everybody has got to get rid of all the orange. And I think that it's 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, well, whatever. I'll just pull out 2 over here, and then I'll just drag and drop the other 6 and put it over here. Yeah, and then now I can draw my cards. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably just draft the ace over here, and I will also and then I'm going to spend 2 magistrate favor just to draw the other ace over here. So that concludes my turn.
Yeah.
A question on the edict. In the rules, it says you can place up to 6, and the card says 6. Which one is true?
Yeah, it should be 6 here.
Yeah, there are 6.
Yeah. Weird, it says up to 6. I will fix it.
In the rules.
Yeah.
G3.
Thanks.
So I had a question about your scheme that you did. So when you
Yeah.
a card as part of the scheme, you can either resolve the ability text, or you can collect its favor value. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I just resolved the ability text of this one, and I just didn't want to use an expel action afterwards. I just empty resolved it.
You did what is the ability text?
Yeah, I did. I resolved the ability text, and then I just decided to empty resolve because I just didn't want this in my hand. And then afterwards, I played the other one for favor.
So why did you not take the favor?
I did take the favor. I took 2 blue. I took 2 blue and 2 orange. I took 2 blue and an orange. The thing is, I chose the action, but then I just wanted to empty resolve the action so I can just get rid of this card in my hand.
Why? Why didn't you take the favor from both?
No, I just took, because I can only do it once per turn. That's the reason why.
Once per scheme, only 1 card could be. You can only take the favor value of 1 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah, I think maybe the other clarification that could be added is whether or not you're allowed to empty resolve, because some games don't allow you to do that. I think that if you play a game like Terraforming Mars, for example, you have to actually be physically be legally capable of resolving the action in question if you actually want to play a certain card. You can't just simply chuck it out just to stall or just to do an empty stall move or something like that, right? So I think it's probably it should be mentioned that even though you must take the action immediately, you should probably you there is still the option as to whether or not you want to do it or not.
Yeah. True.
Okay, so is it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe you can set up turns. Right. Play order.
I'm sorry?
You can set up turns in TTS.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so really the only legal action scout to begin the game?
Yeah.
Since I don't have anything on the board.
Yeah.
You can also play a scheme. Oh, I think that the other thing that should be mentioned about schemes is you don't necessarily have to play your scheme all at once and then resolve things. You can actually interleave between playing schemes and doing your main action. So, for example, I could do a scout, play a card into my scheme, and maybe do an influence later, and then play another card in my scheme. So you can interleave between the two, but you just need to make sure that you fully resolve each instance of playing a scheme or playing an action. So that's another important clarification.
Okay, well,
And another thing you can do is that you can exchange 3 of one color to another of the favors. Just so you know, it's written here. It's nothing you can do now, but
okay. I'm just pressing buttons here, so I will play this card for its text, which says I can perform a scout paying no favor, treating it as adjacent when influencing it in this turn.
Yeah.
So that would mean I could just go right into the middle of the board here, essentially, right?
yes.
So I will draw that card. And then I can play any card from my hand in its place, right?
Yep.
Okay. So play that one. So now you're saying I can resolve a main action and then later extend this scheme?
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
you can. Yeah, you can play a green or yellow card, or like it needs to match one of the icons here to continue your scheme, or an.
But
Brown.
I need to keep same color on the 1, 2, 3 cards.
You can continue, 4 cards maximum, since that's what you have.
If I wanted to continue the scheme, though, must I do that now? I thought I read in the rules that.
No, you can do it anytime.
Okay.
During your turn, of course.
Okay. Let's see what other options we have. So that was for my scheme. For my first action, I'll do.
And this was a bonus, actually.
The what?
That's a bonus action, so it doesn't count toward your limit of 2 main actions a turn.
Yeah, so you still
That's
have
what I was
to.
trying to say.
Yeah.
Main action, then I'll scout, so I'll pay one of these. To scout a location 2.
Mm.
So I will draw a card into my hand. The colors I wanted. I'll put that one down in its place. I will extend my scheme with this card and just collect its favor value. That would give me 2 of the red favors. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take 2 of those, but I'm going to immediately pay one of them plus the split one. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't want that second one. I'm using it right away.
Mm.
To place an influence on this card. Oh
no, wait. I think you need to pay one.
I need 3 because it's a level 3.
Yeah. And you now.
I played a crown, so I draw 2 units.
Yeah, I think because you did now 1 scout and influence here.
Yes.
Plus so you are done because
Let's go in a discard pile.
Yeah. So you can take these.
So I look.
You choose one to. If it's an edict, if you choose the edict, it will happen right away. Or you can keep the other card in your hand. Or if you choose a card that is not an edict, you will keep it in your hand and you can play it at the start of any of your future turns. But the one that you don't choose, go back on top of the deck.
All right. In that case, hold to an event. This one back.
Yeah. Cool.
And to draw cards.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta draw your cards.
Oh, okay. So you said I can pull 1 from the court for free?
Yep. And then the second one has to be underneath the Chamberlain for 2 favor, but that's not legally possible for.
Yeah.
But you can take this one for free as your first one, and then you just gotta draw from the top of the deck.
Yeah.
So I pick 1 from the court for free, and then I blind draw the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could just blind draw both of the cards if you don't want anything to the court. But I mean,
I'm going to take this one.
Yeah.
See, blind draw the second one.
Cool. Nice.
So why does the Chamberlain always move 1 space to the right, or
Yep.
how does that work?
It always moves 1 space to the right.
Yeah. When people draw. If you didn't draw anything, it wouldn't move.
I played this to start scheme.
Yeah.
And I perform bonus scout.
Yeah.
Here.
Mm.
I here. Then continue with this to perform scout here.
Yeah.
Then oh, it's difficult. Hmm. I play this, and I can take the favors.
Yeah.
This.
One more action.
So I
You
have
still you have three actions now.
I have 3 actions, right?
Yeah.
And when the scout says pay 1 matching favor, what it mean?
So you need to match an adjacent where you have influence. So, for instance, blue here, if he wants to scout here, he needs to pay orange or white. No, blue to scout here.
So if I scout from my from my card, I pay one of these.
Yeah, exactly. But in this case, you are adjacent this turn to these cards with this ability. So you don't, if you want to influence, I mean. But if you want to continue scouting, sure, then it's these. Here.
I will influence.
Could somebody remind me of the server name, please? I just got disconnected.
Oh, PIL in caps, and then Ion as the password. Also,
I influence.
Thank you.
You're already kicked out of the Illuminati. Tough start.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not a very good conspirator.
Oh.
I influence this for 1.
Yeah. Now you have one more action.
Okay.
when we exhaust the Luminary deck, do we just shuffle the discards?
Yeah, that's right. I think that one game I actually went through 2 reshuffles.
If I want to organize,
Hmm?
matching favor is from starting card.
Yeah. So if you pay white, you can go here and then here if you want. But if you pay yellow, you can only go to this card because you can't jump. This one doesn't have yellow, so you don't walk from a yellow card. But yeah.
So I pay yellow to organize,
Mm,
and I move here.
yeah.
I draw 2 events, right?
Yeah.
2 events.
And I choose to keep it until my next. And now I draw, right?
Yeah. So you emptied your hand. That's a good first turn.
I can draw 1 from card and 3 from.
Yeah. You could draw the one from the Chamberlain as your second card since you have 2 favors, but it's an ace, so I don't know. Favors are, good to have.
I draw this. 3 more.
Yeah. And then this ace is removed. This jumps here. All right. So now at the start of red player's turn, you will return 1 orange here
Yeah.
and 1 to yourself. And now you don't have an event, but if you had an event, you could play it.
True. That is true. That is true.
Mm.
Hmm. I'm gonna play this as a scheme for the buff. And then I think what I'll do is I will. No, wait, actually, hold on. Let me think about this a little more.
I can just add as well while you're thinking. There are 6 aces and 6 crowns in the game, 1 in each color. Just so you know, sort of how many.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is true.
Could be interesting.
Plot. Hold on, wait. Actually, let me back that. I'm gonna play it anyways, but just deciding what I want instead. Okay, well, I'm just gonna play this one just to gain some extra favor for the scheme, and then after that, I'm just gonna play this one for the event. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use a scout action. I'm gonna pay 1 artist favor over here, and then afterwards I can place anything I would like.
How can you do that?
What do you mean? I just did a scout. I just did it. That's just a buff.
Because it's an ace. It can link to any color.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also, aces are good because you play it in the scheme and you collect the favor value.
And you also get the event pull as well. So that's really useful. And then after that, I think I'll probably just play the second ace over here. 4 and get 3 favor, 3 blue.
Because of this ability.
Yeah, that's right. And then after that, I'm just going to spend 1 blue to place my red influence over here. I think that more or less concludes my. Wait, hold on. I could probably do something else. Let me think about what else. What else I might want. I actually do have one card that I could play.
You did.
I'm just gonna play this card just to dump it from my hand, and then afterwards I draw, and then that more or less concludes my turn. So I'm just gonna put all my cards over here. I am going to draw an event. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Guess I'll take this one over here. And then afterwards I get draw 2. So let me take a look and see what I got. Yeah, well, first of all, I'm just going to do a Chamberlain move. So I'm just going to spend all this favor that I have to then get Yeah, I'm thinking about what cards I want. I mean, I guess I'm obviously picking this one over here. Need some Rosicrucians. And afterwards, I will get I think I'll pick one, and then I'll just blind draw from the deck. Oh, no, sorry. Whoops. Oopsie daisies. And then afterwards, I am finished my turn.
Okay, so I could play an event, but I'm not required to do so.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't think I will. I'll start my scheme by playing this guy. I'm just going to collect favor from it. Green, white, and white. And just for the fun of it, because I don't like you hanging out on my card, I'm going to try and oust and see what happens.
Yep. So you need to pay one of these.
Yep. So I pay one from that matches any card where I have any adjacent card where I have influence, right? Which is only
Yeah.
this one. So I have to be aware
Yeah,
of that.
you could have.
Oh, I guess that's adjacent as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
I think so.
our base strength is 1 to 1, right? So we
Yeah.
each have an influence, and then we each play a card face down, and we reveal once we've both chosen.
Yes. Yeah. And since nobody has advantage or disadvantage here, so ace or crowns are not good for anybody.
Okay, so nobody has
And
advantage.
the rank of the card is considered.
Oh wait, yeah.
No, for the
Let me
for the card I show, what is important?
the value of the shield.
Okay.
Let me see if the Areopagus counts. The disc on the Areopagus.
Oh,
I think that might count as.
that would make sense. It's supposed to be considered to have one influence on it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a pre-printed one, which can't be moved. I don't remember. Let's see. Number of influence adjacent to the card, but to the target. Any influence on the target counts as adjacent. I think it counts. If I remember correctly. So
Okay.
yeah. So you have the advantage here. Blue player.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So-
ace and crowns matter.
Reveal.
Yeah. Okay. So green player is returned, and there is a cube placed here, where is one bonus action you can do with considering this card this turn. And
Oh, and I think you need to pick whether you want white or orange favor, because the loser always gets the consolation prize.
yeah, the defender gains one favor of any faction of their choice from the favor pool. It's the-
So the cards we just played, are they discarded?
yeah, they are discarded.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, Peter, the card should be
Oh,
discarded. Yeah, and then just a reminder, I will put 2 events here. Since you played crown.
Okay, so remove the defenders. The defender gained faction, and then I get a bonus action, which could be either influence, expel, or organize.
Mm. You could extort this card with an ordinary action.
Right.
And then
So if I extort it, then I can use my free influence to gain another influence there. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, if you want to.
So yeah, that makes sense. So I would extort to get influence, but then I would pay exactly that influence or
Yeah.
that favor to put another influence discount here.
Hmm?
And that would be my second main action. So there's nothing left unless I wanted to extend this scheme, which I don't. So I'll just drop this in the discard, and then I'll take a look at these 2 events.
Yep.
Okay, it's not great for me, but if I don't play it, somebody else will.
Yeah.
So I'll just put that into play.
So you will slowly be the only player who gains green, like in a soothing pace.
Okay, then I refill my hand.
Mhm.
I will take. I think I'll draw this one from the court. And I don't want to have to. I don't have 2 favors, so then I have to blind out the second one.
Mm.
and I draw now or when?
Now you draw.
Oh, sorry. I think we should
Um,
probably shuffle first. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but you just pick one. You just draw one from the deck. It's
Yeah.
only about blind draw. You can only
Yeah,
blind draw.
Exactly. Good.
Okay. Well,
So the court doesn't refill until all players have drawn.
Um,
Is that what he was saying?
Actually, the court is refreshed before, but yeah. And the last step is that all non-active players in turn order draw back to the hand limit from the deck.
okay. Well, I guess that will definitely matter if it's going to trigger a reshuffle, right? But I mean, I think that if it's not a reshuffle, then I guess mathematically speaking, the order wouldn't necessarily matter at that point. But yeah,
It's not so important. It's just
for
just
now.
what it says. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess if a reshuffle might be near, then we might as well just be more procedural and exact about it.
Yeah, sure.
So it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And your turn.
Hmm.
So I scout here. I need to pay 2. Hmm. I have to play. Maybe. Uh, oh, hard. Oh, sorry. I can play this to scheme, and I can not use ability but take favors.
Yeah.
And pay 1 to scouting this.
Wait, you're supposed to get 2 yellow and a yellow, a blue, and 1 yellow. You don't necessarily, and either 1 yellow or 1 blue. I think you only took 1 yellow and 1.
I paid already.
Oh, you paid for the scout. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
See.
And I can extort my card.
Yeah.
And I draw. Done. So if I have even, I can keep it.
You need to play it at the start of your turn.
I think I forgot.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, next turn.
You finished?
Yes. And one question: the both actions are.
Could you please pass the turn marker? Turn marker. Oh, okay, there we go.
Are both actions cumulative,
Yeah.
like this one?
Yeah, so if you play, you mean if you play two of those, you will gain it twice. Yeah.
And if
Can that
I
ability
if I influence more times, it always counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have one that is, there are some that says you can perform influence paying one less per influence there. If you do it on a 3-spotted card, the last one will only cost 1. The last slot there.
Okay, yeah, I'm just finding out my turn. So it's basically 1.
I'm sorry, does this mean that the cost of placing a disc is always reduced by 1, or does it mean that the cost of the action is reduced by 1 for every disc that's already there?
For every disc that's already there. Sorry, where did you point?
This ability we were talking about.
Why don't I see your arrow? There, okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So in this case, if you want to influence here and you have played that card, this would cost one favor to
Okay.
place a disc here. So if you start the turn, empty, you will pay 1, or you will pay 3, but then 2 for the next one, 1 for the.
Okay, that's
nice.
interesting. It's not the way I would have interpreted the text, so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
How
I
would
could
you?
stand it. Well, for each placed disc, I thought that placed disc was referring to the discs that you are placing as your influence action. That it's just a flat 1 discount on any influence disc you place down.
Okay.
So it doesn't specify that it's referring to discs that are already present on the card you're influencing.
True. Good note.
There are some strange sounds from someone's microphone.
First of all, I'm going to use an extort action, so I'm going to get green and blue. Oh, and by the way, I think it's pretty important to mention that whenever you extort favor, if you run out of favor in the supply, you can actually just steal it from anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
That's annoying.
It's the subverting favor rule.
Subverting favor, that's right.
Yeah.
And then now after that, because of Freemason Compact, I can just use this one over here to get 2 more favor from any edict I want. I think I'll just get it from the artist edict. So this one has been fully resolved. Now, one of the things that I prefer to do in games like this is I just like to find a way to stack the timer cards, as I would like to call them. So maybe just like stacking it along here would be good. So in that case, we have a good way to know what the timer is. And after that, I'm just going to use the free organize action just to get this one over here, this one over here. And that was just my first action. So then for my second action, I would also like,
How did that happen?
because this card, I get to organize. It's basically like a power organize. I get
What
to
card?
do this card because I got it from here. So now I have and then now after that I'm just going to use an influence action and just do 2 green.
How do you?
I don't think I'll
Why
use.
do you? Sorry, I'm having a hard time following. Why do you have this card?
Oh, trust me, it's legal because I actually got that, and then I just took any faction card, and then I just took this card, and then afterwards I used an orange to to move my influence over here, and then now I'm just gonna influence over here.
You're going too fast. I don't understand what you're saying.
This card
No,
here.
don't worry, I'll get it. You'll get what I mean afterwards. Let me just finish my actions, then I'll just go through and then I'll just walk through it step by step.
This card here says collect the faction card
Okay.
to this round, and that
Got it.
is that is these cards here.
Got it.
That's that's those are really powerful.
Yeah, and then now I think that's about it. I don't think that there's really much else I can do, except maybe I might want to consider just exchanging. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really want that card. Yeah, I think I'll probably just exchange 3 blue favor to get a white favor. And then after that, this one goes back over here. These 2 get discarded. Don't get to draw an event card, because I didn't really reveal any aces. Well, now I'm just gonna. Oh wait, hold on. Let me think if there's any. Let me see if there's anything else I want to do. Oh yeah, I think I'm also going to chain this one to the previous card that I just played, just to gain the favor value. So I just get a green and a purple, and now I get. I'm gonna pick this one over here, and then I'll just blind draw the 2. Yeah. Okie dokie then.
Yes. So at the start of your turn, you will return 1 green to you and 1 green to the supply. And then if you want to, you can play an event. And his red player's card is in play for all to take benefit from. So in this case, all Freemason cards can always be added to a scheme, even if they don't match color. Freemasons are the ones with this
Square and compass.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
All right, I'll throw the event out.
Ooh, Rosicrucian advance.
So my first action will be to scout from here 2 there, and then since this is a Rosicrucian card, that won't consume one of my main actions. I'll pay a white favor. Draw this card. I'll play this. So that's 1.
I just want to add a note here. Oh, sorry, there's an echo here. But red player actually has a white lodge here, but
Yeah,
white
that's right.
white card is not in play. Otherwise, he would have gotten that white faction card.
Still
So you
score
know-
4 points for faction lodge dominance, though.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
If nobody reaches the end goal or a plot, if nobody like fulfills any of the plot cards, or yeah, nobody has one. When there are 5 edicts here that are discarded, then you look for who has the biggest lodge of each color. Yeah, let me see. That never happens for me, so I just need to double check that rule. But yeah, sorry, you can continue your turn. I will look this up.
Okay. So I've 2 actions left since that first one didn't count because of this. I'm going to play this card for my scheme. I'm just going to collect influence from it. I will use my first main action to influence that newly placed card. So I pay 1.
Oh, just one more question. Whenever you oust, who gets the advantage? Is it the attacker or the who wins on ties? Is it the attacker or the defender?
Well, if the attacker don't want to continue attacking the defender.
No, I'm talking about like just a straight up tie, like a numerical tie, not an ace crown situation.
Oh yeah, defender wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Second action, spell on the card.
Yeah.
Sorry, my latency is really high again. I wonder if I'm about to get kicked again.
Oh yeah.
So that costs 1 matching favor. I pay a red. So it removes this card. It just goes to the discard pile.
Yeah, you replace it with another one.
I replace it with this one, and my influence remains intact.
Yeah.
And then, oh, I'm sorry. I think if it's okay, I want to do this a little bit differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I chain this to my scheme, then I get the expel action from there, which would mean I still have 1 action remaining afterwards, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so then with 1 action left, I can do a... So if I do an extort on this card, then I get influence from this one, or a favor from that one as well, because they're the same rank and they're adjacent. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you also have to pay me one of the influence that you got from this card.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that rule as well. But yeah, he's correct.
All right, but still, I get 5 and he gets 1. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So we get a green, a blue, a green or a blue. If I take the green, then I can just take it from him since there's none left in the supply.
Yeah.
2 whites and a red, or 2 reds and a white. Red, red, white. And then I have to give him a white or red because that's where his influence is.
Mm.
So there's a red.
Yeah.
All right. So these go away. I did not play anything that would trigger the event deck, so I just refill my hand.
Yeah.
Chamberlain. Oh, so the card that was under the Chamberlain goes to the discard. Then the Chamberlain moves. Then we refill.
That's right.
Nice.
So I have to play this.
You have to. You had to play nobility when you got that card. When you drew the card in the first place.
Yeah.
Like if you drew a nobility into your hand, you had to play it when you drew it.
Yeah.
So you should have played that like a while ago. But that's fine. We'll just roll with it. For now.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I'll just take off the 2 influence here, then you can just place the 6 on top. Yeah.
No. I play this and I take favors from it.
Mm.
So I can steal green from someone.
Yeah.
I swear to high heavens, everyone just like keeps on bashing me all the time whenever I play games. It's just so interesting. Okay, well, guess it's on then. It's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going after the guy who knows what he's doing. Imagine that.
I influence this for green but without gun. Then through it. I extort my card. I scout from this card to here without action and I pay 1 green.
Yeah. This card is really powerful. I mean, really keep on going.
Yeah, I just realized.
Oh,
I could've
absolutely.
done another
I actually really
paragraph.
like this one, but the thing is, but it can also be leveraged against you, right? Like, I mean, I actually really like the way that the new event system works. It feels more streamlined, less
Yeah.
gimmicky, but But you also have to know when to time things, because usually the powerful events will affect everybody, not just yourself,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. And let me see how many exclusions there are. Yeah, so there are 10 exclusions in the game total. So you know.
Then I influence here without action.
Wow. Yeah, and if people don't, oh sorry, yeah, continue.
I use this action to swap cards.
Nice.
I influence this.
For free as well. It's crazy.
And I think I have still two.
You have can claim this if you want to.
Really? Oh. I think it says I need at least 5.
Ah, 5 influence. Sorry. Ah, never mind. Old rule in head.
I think I still have 2 actions. Like this. So I can extort these 3 cards with 2.
No, it's just only with your influence.
Yeah. So these two. This one has red influence.
Okay.
So
I take 1. So I want this again. And this. And I'm lost how many actions I still have.
I think you're done. No. Okay, that was a massive turn. Okay,
And I
so
draw events.
yes. Yeah, so if it's an edict, it happens immediately. Otherwise, red players. Or yeah, you draw. Sorry.
I take cards.
Yeah.
Hmm. This door.
Okay.
This one is discarded.
Yep, it is indeed discarded.
Yep.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about this. I'm just working out the action economy of whatever it is that I'm doing. Jeez, hold on. Can't leave that. Okay, well, I think I know how to go about doing this. Okay. Hmm. Hey, well, I think I'll probably just gather this one for the. I'll just play this one for its favor, so I get a white, a white favor and a yellow favor, white and yellow, and then afterwards, I think I'll just use this one for the ability, and then for the ability, I am just going to take scholars. Then I'm going to use this one just to scout. Use the bonus ability just to scout. I'm just going to draw this one over here, and then afterwards, I shall place an ace. And because Rosicrucian Dance is still in play, I'm just going to use one white influence to place it over here, and then I'll just draw the 2 event cards and just put it face down as a reminder. Now, because I have to return this at the end of my turn, I'm going to assume that I can still draw up to 5 cards, right?
I don't know. I don't think so, actually. I'm gonna look at the timing here. So they are returned at the check phase, and let me see. And check phase is before redraw.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Flame check. Yeah, that's the first thing, and then you check events, and then you redraw. So yeah, you will have lost that card before.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Good question.
Okay, then I think I shall. I still technically have 2 actions because I didn't really because Rosicrucian Advance doesn't count towards my limit. So let's see. It's basically scout influencing, or I guess I could technically still scout from here. Oh, nice. Nice. Just put this guy down. Still not. Okay, so I'm just going to do an extort action on my Orophagus. So I get a green, a blue, and an orange. Green, a blue, and an orange. And then after that, I'm just going to use an influence action to place this one over here. And then now I can claim a plot card because I actually have Path of Whispers.
Yeah.
Oh crap, it says in a lodge of any
Hello.
faction. Oh crap, it's not a lodge, is it? Okay. Well,
Since yeah, this card should be white. That's why. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, whatever, it's fine. I'll just play Duke Ferdinand over here, and then I'm just gonna pay 1 extra blue influence just to get this one over here. And then, yeah, I think that more or less concludes my turn. Yeah, that does in fact conclude my turn.
Yeah.
But now, oh, okay. So unfortunately, this actually gets returned. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what my event cards are. Oh, I'm just gonna use Magistrate Favor. I'm just gonna place this edict over here, and then now everybody has to return all their blues to the supply. Now I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then now I will draw. Let's see what we can get. Is hmm. Hey, well, I think I'll just draft a king, and then I will. Yeah, I think I'll probably just blind draw the rest. Okay.
Event goes away. Get 1 green, return 1 to the supply.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I don't really have anything I can do anymore. I'm kind of blocked in.
Yeah. We need to get that oust going, maybe.
It's difficult to see all the options.
Yeah. It's It's a bit tighter. It's a very tight game. This combo is also tough together. Usually there are many cards that evolves around, having different lodges, different things, different orientations or such. Yeah, it's you need to oust a little bit, but
Yes.
Problem is, I'm going to be at the disadvantage on all of them.
yeah, collect those aces.
Yeah, I almost always like to draft either aces or crowns if they're on the board. I mean, usually they're pretty good cards to have, especially mid to late game.
Yeah.
Hate drafting aces is really good in this game.
Mhm.
Well, I'll just do an extort here to get a bunch of favors. I know I have to hand one over to red.
Yeah.
Oops, I took two of those. Then it's green, blue, blue. So I hand over one of the whites or reds.
Remember that you can exchange 3 of one color.
Yeah.
For one other, if that matters.
No, I forgot what I want.
Yeah, cool.
Hand this over. So that was action 1. Action 2, I'll just do an influence there. So it'll cost me 2 green and a blue. Try to build up a little influence at least to bolster any oust actions. And then I will play this to give me some event cards and to give me an additional main action so I can influence that same card again.
No, you can actually place 2 influence on one in one go. It's just so the thing easily influences.
Oh, okay.
So you actually get one other
get
action.
another action then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do I have another action that's useful? I guess at that point I could try and oust. I could. So if I go here, or actually, if I go there, no, if I go there, that's 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
Here it's 5 versus 2.
Yeah.
So let's do that. I have to pay an influence from a matching favor from an adjacent card, so I'll pay a white.
Yeah.
So we're at 5 to 2. We each play a card.
Yeah.
I'll play this one. So we flip. We each played a 4, so
yeah,
the influence goes away.
And you get a cube.
I get a cube, which I can use to do a bonus influence, right?
Yeah.
Then I can pay another white to put my own influence there.
Yes.
Then
Good
I
time.
draw events.
Yep.
And the defender gains favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already got it.
All right.
There's my discard.
Mhm.
I've got one that I'm holding on to.
Yeah. Yeah. redraw.
I will pull that one from the court. Does that cost 2 favor because it's the Chamberlain card?
No. It's only if it's the second one.
Yeah.
And the Chamberlain card.
So then I'll blind draw the second one. And this moves, this refills. I'm done.
Okay. So the edict.
Yeah.
Play event.
All right.
Card scheme here. Now I use extort on cards.
Yeah.
White, orange, or white, white, and
Yeah. So you did one action.
I discard 2 for favors. Then I I play this for scouting here.
Yeah.
I influence the card.
And I think that was your last action, right?
No, I think I have one more.
You did an extort, and
Yeah.
then now an influence.
Extra influence and bonus scout.
So two scouts were bonuses. Extorting was not a bonus; it was only a buff. So, and then you did an influence. So influence and extort was your actions.
One more. Yeah,
No,
I
I
have
think
one.
I think you did 2 actions.
Yeah, so I influenced.
But
No, I think you already did
You
2
don't have
actions.
another
didn't you?
influence.
What?
you did 2 actions.
But I have.
influence. And
Yeah, my mistake. I think I have 3 actions in total.
oh yeah,
Sorry.
okay. But then you reveal an ace up here. So
Oh,
sorry, yeah. So okay.
can I have more edict or only one?
Yeah, you can have more than one edict.
Yeah. But if it's in yeah, exactly. Cool. And you redraw, and then
Yes.
it's Zen Master.
Yes, should be my turn.
Take what I want.
It's I mean, usually the game at this stage, people have started to claim plot and stuff, but this is very tight. I mean, I don't even think anybody has a lodge almost. Yeah, we have this white one, but otherwise, I mean, controlling a lodge. I've been looking for it, and yeah, it's intense.
Take this.
Okay, then. Okay. I mean, I've played against Paizen a couple of times before in Pax and he tends to play very tight and very competitively. So there's all sorts. So I mean, if you basically keep screwing with each other, then I think that it can become pretty tricky to actually get those plots out, right? So there you have it. There you have it. Hmm.
I don't think I've ever gotten to play Pax Ren with you, Peter. I know we've played Station Fall a couple times.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's a hell of a game. It's always a story.
Hmm. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go for it. Let's see. So, I think I'll probably just play this one over here, and then afterwards I shall just place two. I'll just do an influence action on this one over here, so I just get 2 influence.
That's not how we said that works, remember?
It says pay 1 less favor for each influence placed.
Yeah, but what he was saying was what that means is that it's 1 less influence for every 1 less favor for every influence that's already on the card. So the first one would be full cost, and then the second one would have a discount. Is that correct?
Oh, okay, is that so?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me think about it then. All right, well, I guess first of all, I guess I'll just take this one over here. I'll just get scholars, then I'll just do an extort. I'll just use my bonus extort on my aces over here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, I don't get any more, but I can get. Can use the passive over here. Oh wait, I still have the 2 orange.
Where was the extort? Sorry, I didn't follow.
It was over here.
The 2 aces here.
So you got a white and a green for that?
Mm-hmm.
And then he used the bottom here to change the 2 green here into a purple. I think so. Yeah.
So now, Okay, so I think I'll just use a clergy favor just to scout over here. Then I'll place this one over here just for that one over there. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to perform a bonus influence action on this card. So I get an influence over here. And then now, do I control this lodge? I have 3 influence, and I have more influence than anybody else in the artist lodge. So I should be able to control it, right?
The rule is now that you need to control. You need to have influence on at least 3 cards in the lodge.
Oh, 3
Oh,
cards in the lodge.
Yeah, so that is a change from previously when you played, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the
so then-
lodge needs to be connected to each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
previously, the orange here was a lodge, and he had the most in that lodge. I mean, but now we have changed it so you need to have influence on at least 3 cards in that lodge, and more influence than any other player in that lodge.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. What else
So
am I gonna do?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
this
Okay.
white lodge,
Yeah.
there are 4 red.
But the clergy aren't in play.
Exactly. Unfortunately. There's a green lodge here, possibly, but yeah, red needs to get one here, or blue.
Well, I'll just play this one just for a bonus extort action, and then I'm just place it, and I'm just gonna extort my Erophagus over here. So I get green, blue, and
How do you-
orange.
Oh, that can follow any card.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
thing is, I can do 2 extorts if I want. It's just that the thing is, I can't extort the same set of cards.
Yeah.
It's just that each card can only be extorted once.
Yeah,
So, let me see now. I think I'll probably just leave it as is. So then now I will discard my entire hand. I gotta draw my event card. So over here. Okay, yeah, that one's definitely gonna be for sure. No. Oh, that's another edict, but it's gonna end pretty soon. So I think what I'll do is I will get gonna pick up Mozart, and then yeah, I don't want that guy. That sucks. I'm just gonna draw 3, and then after this one, after that, this one goes in the discard pile, and then it is on to you.
All right. So this edict is done with. I'll do an extort against this block of cards, and that event is still in play, so I'll get all of the favor.
Yes.
Yep.
So 1, grab from you since there's none in the supply, and a red, then green, and 2 blues. It'll be nice.
I don't know if you want to take from me, man. I mean, Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're basically taking from us equally. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I consider that fair. Right?
Spreading the love around.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, Then I'm just going to try and oust against this card. So it begins at 4 versus 3, with me having the advantage. Then we each play a card. Okay, so I'll win that.
And I get the favor, right?
Yeah, you can only get blue.
Oh, I take it.
So I
You
get
get a bonus action.
bonus influence there, which I'll use to pay the. I paid a blue to place my own influence there.
Mhm.
And then the only thing that I would have left is a scheme if I want to do any scheming.
Yeah.
And I don't think I do. I think I want to just call it good. So I will draw that card. Discard the Chamberlain card, move him, refill, and I'm done.
And I draw.
Ah, yes.
And now your event is gone.
Well, I mean, I guess if I just want to give a bit of feedback, I actually really like the way that events work now. So they're much more, I mean, they're much more, it feels much more streamlined and much more, and also more strategic as well. So, yeah,
Yeah, I
props for
think
making
we.
that.
Yeah, thank you for feedback. I think that was one of the first things that I felt that this needs to
Oh,
be.
yeah. The other thing I also really like is that I actually really like how how some of the abilities have also been changed as well. I think that the ability that allowed you to flip down an event card or whatnot, it was just removed with it was just replaced by this by favor accelerators, as I would like to call them, as edict accelerators. I think this is a very
Yeah.
change.
So I expel here. I pay
Mhm.
one purple. And I can claim colors.
Yep.
Then, Cartoons. I influence here. Play this. I try to draw a card. I'm blocked. Hmm.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Mm.
Not good one.
Yeah, I guess it's potentially a nice one, depending on what you draw.
True.
Then I extort on these tools.
Mm.
Oh, including this one.
No. These three.
Oh, yes.
That's a heck of a pile.
Mm.
Then I influence here. Play this 4 of favors.
Have you done 3 actions now?
Oh, sorry.
You did an extort and then an.
Yes. I will not influence. I forgetting it's not 3 action.
That's good.
Done.
Yeah.
On this. 3 more.
Oh, wow. We got our first reshuffle.
No, it's second time.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a second reshuffle. Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Mm.
Merge.
All right. So
Yep. That's right.
have you
Thinking about
returned?
mine. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did. I think I. No, wait. I don't think I have.
No.
There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna perform an expel action over here. So then I'm just gonna chuck that ace away. Gonna chuck that ace away. And then I am going to place down Mozart. And then now that I finally have 3 cards on the Artist Lodge, I can finally get this one, right?
Yep.
It does to the
Finally.
favor to play the expel action, right?
Yeah, it didn't. Oh no, I think it does.
It
It
does.
does. But the thing is, it just doesn't take up a main action. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Finally.
So
Getting
you
my
need to
money's
pay
worth.
a green, correct?
Yeah, I already paid a green.
Oh, okay.
What does
I think I'll probably just put the 2 event cards in front of me just to.
what the effect of the artist to bottom one?
It basically means that my orange count as wild.
Yeah.
It counts. I mean cards
wild.
or favor.
It's any color. So he can use this orange as a white or whatever. Yeah, it should be better written, I guess.
Yeah.
Your artist favor is wild. Will that be?
Yes, it will be better.
Yeah, that could work. That could work. I mean,
think
most
you
people
may-
are already pretty familiar with the whole concept of wilds in other games, so
Yeah.
I don't think it should be too much of an issue.
I think you may have inadvertently drawn a face-up event card from the discard pile, +1 from the draw pile, because there was an
Yeah.
even number of cards in here.
Yeah, exactly. I think I saw that too. I think you drew one from here.
Did I? I don't think I did.
Yeah, the
Sure.
first one
It
you
was
took,
literally over here.
you drew it and then flipped it over.
Yeah, it was this one.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right.
So, yeah. So at the end of Peter, you have 2 turns. Then the game that's the last round. If
Okay,
nobody
so-
succeeds,
So it's 2 more or 1 more?
for you it's it's 2 more. Let me double check if everybody gets an equal turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a double extort over here. I'm just gonna extort my Erophagus and Mozart. So I'm just gonna extort one over here, and I'm just gonna steal an artist favor from Paizen. I get 1 blue, and then I get 1 green. And afterwards, I can, and then afterwards, I'm gonna place this one. So I'm just gonna perform an influence on this card over here, spending all 4 of my artist favor to get my 2 additional influence.
Mhm. And yeah, crowns are special. So if you see, there's a line around the locations on the crown, which means that there can only be one color of influence on that card. So first one to get a crown, you can't do as on this card here. Can't share.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You can't place influence.
Yeah.
So now I have, I think that's basically it. I'm just gonna draw my 2 events. And well, what do you know? Of course, there's another edict. Yeah, I'm just gonna edict.
Yeah. And so
Mhm.
when Peter has done 2 turns more, that will be the last turn, since then everybody has had an equal amount of turns, since Red was the starting player.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see. And then afterwards, I gotta draw. I think I'll draw this. I'll pay No, I think I'll actually pay a blue and a green. So I have a guaranteed card in my hand. Pay this one, and then afterwards. Oh no, wait. What happened to my card? Oh, here it is. And afterwards, I'm just gonna blind draw.
You have 4 now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should be fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
I'll just do an extort on this block of cards.
Mhm.
I'm going to end up having to pull a lot of favor from here. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
2 white and a green. Or sorry, 2 white and a red. And then 2 greens and a blue, or 2 blues and a green. 2 blue and a green.
Oh, gotta pay me one in favor.
So, yes. I'm not giving you a red, that's for sure.
Yes.
I'll spend these 3 green as a, hold on. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I spent those 3 green as a yellow, plus a blue to influence here. I don't think I have anything useful in my to scheme with.
So now you can claim this one.
Got it. So that lets me do a bonus expel action.
Yeah.
Bonus expel would have been really good if I had drafted the correct card on my last turn and I didn't see it until it was too late.
Yeah.
I still don't know if I want to. I guess I could play a scheme to collect some favor.
Yeah. On 2 cards, basically. Here, since you have 1 for free.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and drop these and just get favor from those. So we'll get red and 2 green. And then a green and a purple. Redraw. I think I'm just gonna top deck both of them.
So the edicts. I can remove enemy influence only by host. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bad. I try host here.
You're ousting here. Yeah. Okay.
I have to pay one.
So there are
5 to
6
5.
since
Oh, that's mine.
yeah. So 6 against 5. So green are in advantage. And blue in disadvantage. Ooh. All right. So Peter, do you want to play another card or you want to admit defeat?
Continue.
Ooh.
Oh,
Um, okay. So then just nothing happens. But that was one oust action.
that was bad.
Yeah, I don't think that there are any more aces in the deck. I think that the only ace is probably the green ace remaining. Oh, no. I don't think that even the green ace is remaining. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm.
There's only 2 aces. No, I don't think that there are any aces remaining. So
Oh, let's try one more.
Yeah, same space. Mm. So
3 versus 3.
yeah.
I picked
So
the wrong card.
Okay. All right. So blue gets his disc back and 1 favor from the supply.
Oh,
So then
then I
technically
play this for action, and I expel this guy.
and technically the blue has lost the blue card as well. For now.
And done. What? Is
Gotta refill the cards. And then I think that for you, blue, you gotta refill your hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's only from the deck, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so I claim one of this, got one of that, and then now the magistrates have expired. Then I get one here, and then I get one here. Okay, so then for my opening move, I am just going to use Franz William just to get 2 clergy favor from white. So I'm assuming that this probably goes into the clock now, right?
Yeah, and now this is the last turn for all of you.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I see.
So
Yeah.
everybody gets an equal
About
amount.
this game, I actually really like how how in many cases you sometimes just draft cards mostly sometimes for their abilities and sometimes for the ease of play or sometimes for their strength. So
Yeah.
good. I really like that part. Okay. Okay, I think I'll probably just get this one just for some favor. No, actually I just need 1 yellow. And I just need 2 white favor. I think I'll just nab it from Heisen. Can't do too much. Yeah, okay, so then now I'm just gonna expel my ace over here. My ace over here. I'm gonna put down this one over here. And then I can and then now I can place influence for 4 influence. Oh, sorry, my bad. I must be a little bit. Okay, well, I guess in that case, I didn't really want the extra white influence. I just wanted the extra yellow influence then. So just backtrack. I'll just backtrack on that a little bit. And then afterwards, Okay, first of all, I'm just going to extort from Mozart. So I have 2, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now I'm going to place Duke Ferdinand for the extra action. And then for the extra action, I am just going to use the influence. So I'm just going to use 2 yellow and a green for the first one, and then maybe the yellow, orange for the second one. Now I have a solid front line. It's hard to break, and then afterwards, I think that's about it. Wait, okay, I gotta draw my event card. I mean, I guess that's the only one I can keep.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, let's see what I get. Probably take this one, and then I'll just blind draw 3. So, oh, whoops, sorry, I forgot. It's supposed to be this one that moves. Wait, why are there 2 Duke Ferdinands? That's the question that I've had. I think this is a mistake, no? There should be 1 of each. I already played Duke Ferdinand.
Yeah, you did.
I think that's a bug. You gotta delete that. You gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's definitely going. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that should not happen. That should not happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alrighty.
And I should have 1 more card.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I think it's done. So now it's the last round.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Do I control any more lodges? Oh yeah, I actually control professions. I control professions because of this one. So I actually forgot that maybe I should have done the bonus extort, but I mean using the bonus extort, I'm just gonna I don't know. It seems kind of pointless to resolve, but I mean I guess I'll probably just get the 2 green and 1 yellow anyways, just to make myself look cool. That's all.
Maybe that should be a tiebreaker. I don't know. Most favored. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be.
Or I could just be a complete jerk and then actually just steal all the... No, actually, oh no, but I already extorted for Mozart, so I can't do them again. Okay, whatever, it's fine. So yeah, double faction.
I'm gonna expel this guy. So I'm paying 3 green. Put this in its place.
Nice.
Too little, too late, but just to be able to say that I got halfway there, I'm gonna claim the Rosicrucians plot.
Nice.
I mean, it's still good for faction scoring, right? Because you now...
More if I want.
I mean, it's still good for faction scoring, so there's that.
Yeah. There should be, I mean, points for having completed a plot. I think in the end here.
No, I don't think that there are.
No, I know, but why not?
Oh, okay. I think I see what you're talking about.
Then I'll just try an ouster on there. So pay a yellow. Influence is 6-4 in my favor.
You mean here? Are you talking about this one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's flip. Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely gone.
So then I have a bonus influence, and I'll use it. Pay the favor. Place my disc.
Nice.
Technically, I would redraw, although it probably doesn't matter at this point. I guess if he tries to oust me from somewhere, then I might need the cards. So
yeah, that's true. And also, there are cards that make you or enables you to draw from the court. So
yeah,
if Peter plays one of those. So, yeah. This one is old, right?
Yeah, that's the one I exiled or expelled.
Oh, right. I gotta draw my card. Oh, okay. Oh, whoops. My bad. Hold on.
No worries.
Oh, well, the game's gonna end anyway.
Yeah.
So, fine.
So we will have faction scoring, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So the largest lodge of each faction that has at least 3 cards.
Gets scored.
Yeah, and then you get 1 point per influence disc in that lodge.
Oh, that's these 3, these 3.
I do think, yeah, plots should award points here as well. And I think it should be, yeah, I know. But a reasonable amount, maybe 5 points or something. I mean, that's what you aim for. Since
Yeah, I guess that could work. I mean, honestly, Like if you, but the thing is, I guess part of the thing you also have to keep in mind is that it's also about evaluating whether or not the plot conditions are viable, or whether or not you should actually just go for set up faction scoring instead. I actually really like the tension between the two. But that would be an interesting playtest change. I mean, I wouldn't mind playtesting it. That in mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
So is it okay if you could maybe just give us some D10s or something like that, or some way to keep track of score, like maybe some D20s, so I can just
Sure.
count things. Maybe one D20 for each of us.
I played this for scheme. I
I
draw
can, well,
I draw 2 cards.
these are better. Right?
Oh yeah, I think it's better just to use a counter. Yeah, let's just use a counter.
Then
Okay, so then let's just resolve faction scoring in this order, from orange to yellow to green
I
to
mean,
purple to
I am
Yeah,
blue.
I am
he
still
needs to finish.
I still
Yes.
I'm
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that like once we get there, then we need to.
Yeah,
Then we
yeah,
might just do
Of course.
in a systematic order.
how to make some problems for Oh, I do not know. I have no advantage anywhere.
Yeah, keep in mind that my 3 strength cards are gonna be in the back row, are set up exactly the way I wanted them to be set up.
Yes. I think it doesn't matter what I will do.
Okay. No oust or
Shall we
anything.
proceed?
Oh, three versus or 7. I think it doesn't matter.
All right. Okay. So
So
okay. So
faction scoring.
yes.
Okay.
So orange, the biggest lodge is here.
Yeah,
4,
I
5.
scored. I counted. It was 6.
Yeah, 6 to blue. No, 6 to red and 2 to green.
Yep.
And
And then yellow. I think it's
yellow.
this lodge over here. And this one over here. This one has a
Yeah, there are
like
6
4.
cards. 4, 4. And then we have the green
Green.
here.
Oh, I get 6.
Yeah, and 3 to blue there.
Blue, you gotta get 3. Yeah. And purple, I don't think that there are any purple lodges. There's only 2 cards over here, but
Yeah, exactly. So
that doesn't
purple
count
has
as a lodge.
no large lodge, and the white is here.
So I would score 2 and 8.
Yeah, and 7 points to blue player.
Got it.
And yeah, Peter, you got 2.
I know.
And then blue.
I think that should be +2 though. Yeah. So that should be +2. And then blue, I don't think that there's any lodges for
No.
blue. They're all disconnected. So okay, so I guess I win with 18
Yeah,
points.
and I would like to see.
Mhm.
Have you managed to do any of your private plots?
I have not. I mean, this is just already really hard to satisfy by itself. The problem is you need both a lodge and you need to form a giant snake around across the entire map. That's just not an. This is just not an easy plot to fulfill at all. Whereas at least with this one,
Yeah.
influential converts, this one can at least be fulfilled a little bit more easily. This one requires too many joint conditions.
Yeah, I felt that as well. That it's in a lodge. I mean, it could
I mean,
be
honestly, the
cool.
thing is, this is just my opinion, but if you can't just, but the thing is, if you're playing against a good player, it's very likely that they'll probably just have at least one guy in their back line over here. So I just feel like as if with this one, it just requires too many. There are just too many constraints. Like this one, I actually think is okay. It's not too. It's a little bit tricky at times, but then if you have something like Rosicrucian Advance, which was played midway through the game, you can satisfy this one reasonably well, and you can also satisfy this one pretty well with the right expel action, right? So this one's fine. This one's okay. This one's not bad. This one just feels like as if it's just way too hard. It's like I need to.
Yeah, especially in a 3-player game, I would say.
Yeah,
In a 2-player game, it wouldn't be as crowded, and in a 4-player game, you have another row, which
yeah,
might
but it's probably
help.
gonna be pretty crowded anyway.
But yeah, I'll see what we can do with that one. To tweak it.
Maybe if it's just have an influence on each card in that specific pattern, and just make sure that you also control the majority of influence in that specific column that you designate, then that should at least be slightly easier to satisfy without being completely impossible, right?
Yeah.
So,
Right, that's good. Okay, and Peter, you had that one, which
Almost. I have
almost had, yeah, tough.
I never even got close to mine. I was too slow to start.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your first card was this, and that was a nice start. I felt like. Oh,
yeah. But then I just chose the organized action and I just moved
yeah,
on.
exactly.